Hi, everyone. It's Dominic from the msguide.com. And today we're joined by a very special guest because we're going to talk about something that really affects us with MS, and that's the portrayal of MS in the media and what it does to us, and what it can do to our families and friends, etc. And we're going to start this interview right now. Hi, Martin. Please, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I'm Martin. I am a 61-year-old MSer. And there it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Martin, I know we were talking previously about, and I completely agree with you, how the portrayal of MS in the media is always the worst case. Everyone's in a wheelchair, it's all doom and gloom. And we know that MS isn't necessarily like that, certainly not every single day for every single person. I mean, the one thing that struck me once was talking to my MS nurse not long after I'd been diagnosed, because a story came out in the media about goat serum. And the first thing that happens is my parents, who obviously care, rang me up and said, "Have you seen this? Can you get goat serum?" And I sort of like, and I said to my MS nurse, Anna, what happened? She went, "Oh God, every time these stories come out in the media about some sort of cure or something like this, we lean over and we put the answer phone on because every MS patient's going to call up." She said, "I know they want to know, but I can't talk to all of them about the same thing again and again." But I know that you've got a lot more experience in this, and you made a remark about how it affects other people as well as the patients. Tell us a bit about it, your experience.
I think MS in the media has had it's not been great. Sorry for the pause. I've tracked it back to Debbie Purdy, who had a court case which she won back in 2009. She had this thing about if her husband Omo helped her with assisted dying, that he wouldn't get arrested. She won the case and she was ecstatic, and she was like, she did it. And there was tremendous news coverage, and then there wasn't. And then you have, before that, there was Colin Russell, character in EastEnders. He had MS, can't find out what kind of MS, but that was irrelevant. And he was packed off to relatives somewhere in the country, a bit like a puppy going off to die.
We're not going to die necessarily. MS rarely kills you.
No, it never does. But what I do hear about is that MS is responsible for somebody dying as opposed to complications. But that's a misconception people have. Then you go forward to plays Neighbours, Susan Kennedy, character. She was diagnosed. That was 2007. I've got all these stats right in front of me. You had Dina in EastEnders. She committed suicide, but she had mental health issues. And she saw a counsellor in the cafe, and the counsellor, well, her counsellor turned up in a wheelchair. Now there's a surprise, not a stick. Not just, I can manage wobbling to the table in a wheelchair. But okay, that's a portrayal, and it gets the message out there. And then we got President Bartlett in The West Wing, which was fantastic. There were no tropes in that representation of MS.
I remember thinking it was awesome because I was taking beta interferon, and here was the President of the United States taking beta interferon, albeit in a soap opera.
But it was terrific.
Yeah.
But then we come to Coronation Street.
EastEnders and Coronation Street are the two biggest British soap operas. I guess like Dallas may have been in the day, or how the West Wing was in the US, because people need to understand these are really serious, big programs in the UK.
Huge. Now, Coronation Street has 6 million viewers. So there's a lot of responsibility. Now, however, MS is being represented in soap operas, it's being done a particular way. Rice has done the job they thought that MS should be represented. Coronation Street went one step further. They gave the MS character a symptom that's not associated with MS.
What, for dramatic effect?
Charles Bonnet syndrome. It makes you hallucinate.
Never heard of it.
There's exactly. They used it for the hallucinatory factor that this character, Johnny Connor, could see his dead son. Now, the thing about this was the association was it affects the eyesight.
Which
MS
is
makes
true.
it
I mean,
eyes.
that's my
But it's
single
not
biggest expense with MS is my glasses, but I never see my dead relatives.
right. But that's because you don't have CBS.
Oh, okay.
The problem with that is, if my mother, back in the day when I was diagnosed, so to the 1980s, she was a very caring woman, and she watched that in Coronation Street and saw this character on his way to Bedlam. That's where she would have thought I was going to go. That would have been her impression of MS. What could she do for me? And I imagine it would be much the same for anybody else.
Likewise with my parents, they care so much, but they're seeing all this, frankly, crap in the media.
Yeah,
And them saying, have you seen it? What are you doing about it? And it's like, okay, deep breaths, everybody.
that's right. So I tried to do the responsible thing. I wrote an open letter to the producers, Coronation Street, and they were very, very offhand. And they wrote back, said that MS is still a taboo subject. I mean, I couldn't believe that. Apparently, that's what we suffer, a taboo subject.
But this
And
is
then
what we're dealing with, Martin. You and I have it. Most of the people we know are sort of the ones watching this channel, but it's not a taboo subject. But
no,
I
but
mean,
if that,
they think it's
but
real.
these are producers of a significant television program and signed off the letters, email saying, thank you for getting in touch, and if you've got any more issues, contact Ofcom.
MS makes people uncomfortable, doesn't it? So you're
No,
suddenly
it makes them uncomfortable. But if you're writing about it, if you're putting something out there in the media, make it factually correct. Don't bring in a symptom that's incorrect, and they're not backtracking from that.
they are levering in a symptom out of convenience. It's kind of close, and probably most people won't know for their storyline. And there's no regard for patients or how they feel or their families or anything. It's just this makes it so that we can make our character have this ability to do something that we want them to do. And the MS becomes nothing but a vehicle.
When I was researching about how much press multiple sclerosis gets from page headlines or any media in the national press, nothing. With all the good work the MS organizations do, we don't generate any headlines. So we have these World MS Day, you have MS Awareness Week. We are talking to ourselves. We're not talking to the world out there who we want to reach. And nobody wants to get behind this because MS organizations are not campaigning vehicles. They don't want to be on the white knight and the white horse saying, listen to me. But the point is, not since Debbie Purdy, there's something out there that can get you on morning television, on the radio, because this is so serious. For me, it's criminal that they brought in something doesn't belong to MS, a symptom. It belongs to Esme's umbrella. And they had, I think, 1,900 inquiries to their organization. What I want is for the MS organizations to get behind it and get themselves onto television and talk about MS, what is false, what is real.
But Martin, I get your point, and I'm not defending MS organizations because I broadly agree. I think they're stuck because it's the whole sort of glare of celebrity. It's Coronation Street. How we can possibly do anything to upset them because of their reach and their audience, something that they would only dream of. And I also think that when you've got MS, understandably, it becomes slightly sometimes the center of your universe. There's very few numbers of people with it, relatively. It's not a sexy disease. You don't die from it quickly. Nothing dramatic happens. We have a slow decline. Even when you look at the way things are treated, the way all the cancer docs think versus the way the neurologists think, that's a broad brush remark, but it's not a sexy disease. So
Not
I
at all.
think the Cancer UK, for example, is going to be a much bigger, much more funded, better funded, much more sort of media savvy organization than any of the MS organizations. Because you're right, we talk to ourselves, World MS Day, all this, and it looks like a lot, but when do you ever see it in the paper apart from, look at Debbie, she was there not because of MS, she was there because she was fighting a battle about assisted suicide, and the MS didn't even feature. I mean, I forgot that it was MS, that there was the reason she was there. And so that kind of speaks to the lack of sexiness as a story material, doesn't it? I mean, not that we should all go in wheelchairs and storm Parliament, but you know, I just, I don't know. I think it's really good that you've highlighted this Coronation Street thing, because I just find that it's insulting that they just feel that they can just take a disease and go, oh, don't really care. It suits our plot line and we can lever this in and no big deal. And when somebody complains like you, we'll just bat them away.
But we owe it to young people and the families. This is about me, and it's about everybody else with MS. We have enough to get through.
Martin, I mean, I think we could both sit here with our head in our hands, because the Coronation Street one is a great example of how it is misused for another reason, with no regard given to us, the patients. So what I would like to do is invite you back onto the MS Guide to talk about it, because I think it's the head of drama at ITV or somebody, but I know that this is not a finished thing for you. And we can also make sure that we keep the societies, all the MS organizations up to date. So I really do appreciate you coming on the MS Guide. This is a topic which is hard to stop talking about, because I think we are equally annoyed by it.
Yes.
But until next time, Martin, I really appreciate you coming.
Thank you for having me. It's I'd love to come back.
I'll be delighted to have you. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care.
All right, then. Take care. Bye.
Bye.